May 17th, 2026. Let's get into it. Quick shout out to today's sponsor, GridTerm. Run multiple terminal sessions side by side, perfect for Claude Code and Codex power users. Gridterm.com, link in the description. Apple's new Siri is going to delete your chats for you, and Apple's calling that a feature. According to Bloomberg's Mark Gurman, the revamped Siri launching in iOS 27 will let you auto-delete conversations after 30 days, 1 year, or never. That's a huge swing at OpenAI and Google, who basically force you to opt into temporary chats. Here's the catch though, the whole thing is secretly powered by Google Gemini under the hood. So Apple's privacy pitch is basically, we'll forget your chats even though Google is the one answering them. Bold strategy, Tim. Speaking of bold strategies, students are booing commencement speakers off the stage for mentioning AI. At the University of Central Florida, a Tavistock exec said the rise of artificial intelligence is the next industrial revolution, and the crowd just unloaded on her. She literally turned to the other speakers and asked what happened. Eric Schmidt got the same treatment at the University of Arizona. He told graduates, "You will help shape artificial intelligence," got booed, and tried to yell over them about getting on the rocket ship. Only 43% of Americans under 35 think it's a good time to find a job locally, down from 75% in 2022. Turns out telling them robots are coming for the rest doesn't land great. The Musk versus OpenAI trial just wrapped closing arguments, and the whole thing came down to one question: does anyone actually trust Sam Altman? Musk's lawyer grilled Altman about congressional testimony where he claimed he had no equity in OpenAI, which turned out to be not exactly true. Altman tried the affable "I'm working on it" routine on the stand. Musk, true to form, was combative. TechCrunch's take: everyone involved came out of this looking worse than they went in. General Motors just laid off over 600 IT workers, about 10% of the department, to make room for AI engineers. They're hunting for AI native developers, data engineers, and prompt engineers, and they basically said the old IT crew didn't have those skills. Across Ford, GM, and Stellantis, we're now at more than 20,000 white-collar jobs cut this decade, 19% of their salaried workforce. The automotive AI arms race isn't coming. It's already here, and it's eating cubicles. Seth Rogen has thoughts at Cannes for his new animated film Tangles. He called AI, quote, "stupid dog stuff," and said if you're using AI to write, just go do something else because you're not a writer. Hollywood is officially split. The studios want AI everywhere. The talent wants it dead. Rogen just became the loudest voice in camp too. And meanwhile, OpenAI just signed a deal with an entire country. Malta is rolling out ChatGPT Plus to its public sector workforce, making it one of the first nations to put a frontier model on every desk in the building. This is the playbook OpenAI has been working toward for a year: sell ChatGPT to whole governments instead of individual users. If you wondered what enterprise AI actually looks like at scale, this is it. But that's not even the craziest funding number today. Rivian founder RJ Scaring just raised $400 million for his humanoid robot startup Mind Robotics, 2 months after a $500 million round. That's $900 million in 2 months for a robotics company that doesn't ship a product yet. TechCrunch did the math. Scaringe has now pulled in over $12 billion across Rivian, Mind Robotics, and his other startup also. Apparently, investors still cannot get enough of the humanoid robot story. Speaking of robots that don't quite work, Tesla's robot taxis have crashed at least twice since July of last year, while a human teleoperator was remotely driving the car. That detail just got unredacted in federal safety filings. So the self-driving robot taxi crashed while a person was driving it from somewhere else? That's not exactly the autonomy pitch Elon's been selling. And to close us out, John Gruber dropped a banger essay arguing Apple does not need a quote killer AI product because AI isn't a product, it's a technology. He compares it to wireless networking, pervasive in everything, but nobody buys an AI device the way they bought an iPod. His take: every Apple product will quietly become an AI device, the same way every product is now a wireless device. He called the predictions of agent-only futures by 2030 a quote, "fever dream high on the hype fantasy." Honestly, refreshing. And one more time, GridTerm is the best way to run Claude Code and Codex side by side. Link in the description. That's the news. Catch you tomorrow.